As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out in Power Field at Mile High in Denver. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He is going nowhere as he is involved behind the line. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. That forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. Ready?
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down.
Let's go now. Go check. Go check. Hit the street. Hit the street. Go, Reed. Go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. Nice pickup for a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Right there, right. 19 Chargers, 19 Chargers.
Harris running straight ahead. It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Smith. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Browns drive about to get started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they do get this across midfield to the 49 with a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Check, man. Check, man.
On the give, this is Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Check, check. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Check the Eagles. Check the Eagles. Hey, last circle.
Now here's another carry for Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They'll try the right side with Harris. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 22 on first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They hand this off to Harris. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
70, go, Reed, go. Check, hurt.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Najee Harris taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Broncos will strike first here, this wild card matchup. The point after will give me in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, the ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
A give to Harris. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Gino. Got an open man here. It's K.J. Hamler. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. He gets it complete to Harris. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Smith. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it home a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go and try to put some pressure on the defense.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On first down, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Watson on first down. Incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit, they huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. They give the Chubb out of the gun. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. After the interception, here's Smith. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing now is Gino. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception tries, and now they'll add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Browns drive about to get started. 1 second, all that remains. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. The final shot before the break. Watson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And now Watson throws another interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, this is Harris. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. They run with Harris. And he's got it down to the 28.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. From the red zone now, Smith. Throw to the right, caught by Dosage. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
Come on.
Here's Harris. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the night. And the Broncos continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this two shall pass, and if we kept having the rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second down, here's Chubb again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Watson now to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first and 10, Watson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Go, 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. They'll run again with Harris. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 147 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Smith's throw there, complete to Hamler. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A throw left side, hold in by Hamler. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second-half blowout material. They'll run with Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. This is Harris. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Najee Harris saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Badgley on for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.